Hello everybody and welcome to the latest update for the Meadows and Buchan redevelopment scheme. My name is Jake Smith. I work for Cambridge City Council as a housing development officer. I am the project manager for this development scheme, and I work closely with colleagues from across the council as well as Cambridge Investment Partnership and Hill Partnerships to develop this scheme. I am recording my presentation because we attempted to hold a meeting in a public forum on Zoom on Wednesday night. However, this was interrupted by trolls. Therefore, to give everybody an opportunity to view the presentation, I'm going to record it, and then my contact details will be given throughout the presentation, so that if you have any queries that arise from this, you can contact me directly and I will respond accordingly. Just to give a quick overview of the scheme, this is the redevelopment of two existing council-owned sites in the north of the city. This includes the Meadows Community Centre and St Albans Rec on St Catherine's Road, and the Buchan Street Neighbourhood Centre across the road. We will be building 106 sustainable new council homes, which will be gas-free. We'll be enhancing the open space on St Albans Rec as part of the Meadows site, including the provision of new amenities such as a vastly improved football pitch and multi-use games area, as well as two new play areas, a skate park, a woodland walk area. We'll be planting 109 new trees, and the biodiversity on this site will be improved by 60%. We'll also be providing a brand new two-storey community centre, which is over 1,800 square metres, and this will be a highly sustainable building. And over at Buchan Street, we will be re-providing the retail units and the cafe. Just to give an update on where we are and what we've got planned for the future, and this gives an overview of the Meadows site specifically. You can see here that the temporary car park and the overflow car park on the site was completed in the summer, and we are now into phase one. So this red line around here shows the works that are within phase one. So this includes Block C, which will have 22 new homes, which is underway, and we've also got Block D, which is the brand new community centre. Both buildings will be completed by next autumn. We've also got the smaller play park, which will be overlooked by the cafe terrace of the community centre, and the community centre car park, and all of these will be completed by the end of autumn 2022. Once this is completed, the existing community centre around here and the Buchan Street Neighbourhood Centre across the road will be demolished, and work to complete the rest of the homes across both sites will commence until summer 2024. As many of you are aware, the football pitch improvement works, which were due to commence in September, were not able to commence at that time, and this was due to circumstances outside of our control. This work is now due to commence next summer. In the meantime, we have provided alternatives for local football teams to use in the vicinity during this period. We've also ensured that existing goals remain available for casual use at the park, in addition to a smaller pitch that we've created next to the mugger, which has been created for the youth teams and younger children to be able to use. We've also agreed between us that a light will be placed in this area during the winter months, so that this smaller pitch and the mugger, which is here, can be used until about 7 p.m. until the days get longer in February, March kind of time. Once a new football pitch is created, it will be a Sport England standard pitch with excellent drainage and playing surface, and one of the best publicly available pitches in the city. This will be ready by autumn 2023. Once the pitch is complete, a brand new mugger will be completed with basketball hoops, football goals and lights so that it can be used by residents during the day and evenings, and this will be available in spring 2024. An adventure playground for older children, fantastic new equipment and sustainable drainage on the edges will be opened in summer 2024, in addition to a new skate park which has been designed with local skaters from the community. There will also be a woodland walk area, which consists of new paths for walkers, kids on bikes and dog walkers. There will be new trees planted with a wide mix to create a greater biodiversity here. There will be bird boxes and art installations around the open space, so it will be a diverse, interesting and engaging area for all the community to use. Just to recap on some of those key dates, by autumn 2023 we should have residential block C and the brand new community centre completed, and then we will be demolishing the existing community centres. The football pitch should be complete by autumn 23. In winter 2023 we expect the rest of the residential blocks across both sites to commence, and the mugger to be complete at the Meadows site. And then by summer 2024, we expect the whole project to be completed. So all of the residential blocks, all of the open space and the community facilities will be available to the public by summer 2024. Just to give an update on community engagement in the last few months, the site team issue a regular monthly newsletter, and this has gone out to those residents who live closest to the site. Gives an update on the construction and the goings on, and what's happening in the near future that people might want to look out for. We continue to hold public meetings wherever possible. The next one was planned for initially 6 months' time, however, given the events that unfolded on the 1st of December, and we had to abandon that meeting, we are considering holding the next one a little bit sooner, and we'll be in contact regarding this. In the summer, we engaged with local schools to get them involved in archaeological excavations that occurred during this time. Cambridge United footballers came down as well to celebrate the plans that we have to improve the pitch, and that was a really successful event which was enjoyed by all. We also held an event in August where members of the public came in and drew artwork for the hoarding that's gone around the site. This can be viewed currently from the park side. There has been significant progress on site within the last few months, with the community centre and residential block C already starting to take shape. In this image you can see residential block C starting to go up. This will consist of 22 new lifetime homes, meaning that they are wheelchair accessible. These will be gas-free homes with air source heat pumps, mechanical ventilation, solar panels on the roof. They'll have underfloor heating. They'll be highly sustainable homes, and this is the case for all 106 new homes that we're building across the Meadows and Buchan Street sites. You can also see in this image the chambers which will eventually house the underground bins that will be on site. So instead of large wheelie bins, there will be underground ones known as iceberg bins, which you can store more waste in and therefore require less frequent visits from bin lorries, so are more sustainable. We understand that these are widely used around Europe, however not so much in the UK, and so Cambridge is helping to lead the way in terms of sustainable waste collections in this country. Here you can see block C starting to take shape, and we're now up to level 2. There is a high proportion of bike storage available on site, and the site has excellent public transport links to the guided busway, which is just in shot actually, about 50 metres away, and you've got Cambridge North station around a 13-minute cycle away. Here you can see the brand new community centre under construction. Along here where that white gate is, this would be the main entrance to this site, and what we're looking at here, this left hand corner of the building, the ground floor will be the brand new community coffee house, where residents will be able to come and enjoy some recreational time, or if they wish to work remotely they can from here using specially designed desk spaces. There will also be a terrace looking out into the open space, so parents will be able to have a coffee while their children play safely in the 2 adjacent play parks. This image gives an overview of the phase 1 hoarding, which I described in one of the earlier slides. You can start to get a picture of the scale of the community centre from this view. This will consist of double height large hall for community events, a nursery with a terrace, youth wing for local charities to use, There's a children and family wing for the community, as well as bookable meeting rooms and changing rooms that will open out directly onto the open space so that sports teams can have easy access. This building will be BREEAM excellent, which means it will be one of the top 10% performing buildings in the country in terms of sustainability. As previously mentioned, this is gas-free development and all heating will be from renewable sources. You can also see the existing mugger and the smaller football pitch that we've set up, which is well used and can continue to be over the next few months with the lighting that we will be installing. So some key contacts for anybody who wants to get in touch with the project team. We have the Hill resident liaison team who are more than happy to answer any day-to-day site concerns, who can be contacted via these details here. And for any specific construction concerns such as dust or noise should they occur, please contact Nick Milne, who manages the Considerate Contractor Scheme on behalf of the council. And for any queries on the development as a whole, I'd be happy to respond wherever possible. With regards to public art, there are two artists who have been appointed to create works for the Meadows and Buchan project. The first is Leila Fowler, who is a lead visual artist and has been specially commissioned for this project. And then we have Alec Finley, who is working across all KIP sites and is a poet and sculptor. As part of Leila's research into the project, she has made links between the flora of the site, the existing native species of meadows and meadowland, and new planting proposed by the landscape architects. She has made links to waxcap mushrooms and fungi, which are regularly found in meadowland habitats, however are increasingly rare due to habitat loss. Fungi are found across the planet and play a crucial role in a balanced ecosystem. So as part of Leila's work, she has conducted a fair amount of community engagement in the last few months. She has held talks as part of Open Cambridge 2021 and collaborated with speakers from organisations across Cambridge. There are displays of Leila's research on the Meadows hoardings that the community can currently come and view. And she has held events with local allotment holders and children from the Arbury and St Lawrence primary schools, where they collected root samples that were scanned and stained by a researcher at Cambridge University. Images then produced from these events were gathered and then shared with the pupils and allotment holders, and have provided inspiration behind pupils' drawings. Drawings will then be used in 4 large banners as part of the Forest of Imagination events and also at the launch of the new community centre. Leila has used her research work to inform the artwork that's going to go on the front of the final Meadows Community Centre. So you've got some spores here, which are colours inspired by the waxcap mushrooms. They represent the DNA of fungi, which has been recorded by researchers at Cambridge University, who Leila has been collaborating with. And these are DNA motifs across the building facade, which represent spores blowing in the wind. They've been created from vitreous enamel, which is the same material as the tube signs in London, which is very hard wearing and durable. And finally, you can see on this slide some of the work that Alec will be doing across the site, such as a series of living sculptures located across the park, ranging from bird boxes, hand railing on the bridge and seating, to a beehive that are locations for poems. Since the last residents meeting we held in June, we've had several contacts from residents. Here's a couple of the key ones. So the first one is regarding the proposed timetable for commencing with the football pitch works after the archaeological trenching was completed. We listened to residents' concerns and responded to these by amending the timetable so that work was due to start in September to keep much of the open space available to the public during the summer holidays. And again, there were queries relating to the works on the football pitch, as we clearly hadn't started yet in September. Unfortunately, due to circumstances outside of our control, we were not able to commence with the drainage improvement works as planned in September. We've now missed the grass growing season, and we plan to commence with these works next summer. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take questions from the floor during the meeting on Wednesday. However, if you have any queries that arise from the presentation that I've given, or any queries at all on the project, please email me at jake.smith@cambridge.gov.uk, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.